Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Earlier this week, Hearthstone released patch 29.0, the preparatory patch for the next expansion, and in that patch, 32 nerfs were reverted for cards that are about to rotate out of standard format when the new expansion comes early next week. So that's a lot of changes, a lot of power added back into the game. Obviously, for many of these nerfs, there's been a lot of power added to the game after the cards were nerfed. So not all 32 nerfs mean that these cards are now like top tier cards all of a sudden, but some of them are, including Prince Renatal, which is back to having your deck size and starting health at 40, playable still for a few more days in standard format, and that has caused the biggest effect. And in this video I'm going to take a look at 4 decks that are now back thanks to these reverts, including the best deck currently in the entire game. So let's take a look. First of all, we have Frost Death Knight. They were reverts to Glacial Advance, back to 3 mana, Construct Quarter back to its original form. It costs 3 and it has 3 charges. I mean, the latest form was 4 mana and 2 charges. It was nerfed multiple times. That is one super powerful card, which is actually the strongest card currently in this entire deck. Then also School Teacher was reverted, so Frost Death Knight is suddenly back. Frost Death Knight is still not the strongest Death Knight deck though. Rainbow Death Knight is still stronger than Frost Death Knight, but this is a perfectly playable deck. I was also trying to find other decks that will make use of the Construct Quarter, but so far it has not been incorporated into mainstream Plague Death Knight or Rainbow Death Knight lists. I'm not sure why. Maybe it should, because I mean, it is totally bonkers. But we'll see. I mean, there's not a lot of time to develop decks for this meta, because this meta is only for one single week. But at least Frost Death Knight is back, and in Frost Death Knight you can play with the Construct Quarter as well. Another deck that is back is Relic Demon Hunter, because Relic of Dimensions is back in its original form, 5 mana, draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 1, improve your future relics. I mean, wow. Relic of Dimensions is just such a wonderful card once you get some relic power into it, and then you get those practically free cards, and then you can do lots of things with a whole bunch of legendary cards included in this current iteration of Relic Demon Hunter. This deck you might find a different format. This deck I picked up from Donkey. It's becoming a lot harder to find reliable information on Hearthstone decks because of all the botting issues. So HS Replay data, there's just not as much reliable data available anymore. It's a little bit more difficult to find it from HS Replay. You can't find all the decks from there, so I'm trying to use other alternative sources as well. And Donkey is the other main source that I use for finding deck information and performance information, even though it's not as good as HS Replay, in the sense that HS Replay gives you more complete information, more detailed information, but now with the botting issues, sample sizes being lower, you just always can't find everything there. Anyway, Relic Demon Hunter, if you want to play this deck, now you can. And then of course there are decks enabled by Prince Renatal. Ramp Druid is back in the meta. Prince Renatal, giving it 40 health to start with, gives it more time to do things with Eonar, do things with Topi, or just do some wonderful things with Shattered Reflections and everything. So yeah, you can also play Ramp Druid, but then there's one more deck, the best deck in the game at the moment, and it is the unnerfed Highlander Hunter. Highlander Hunter got so many reverts because Prince Renatal obviously being a huge deal, so Highlander Hunter can start from 40 health. Another big one is Faithful Companions. Discover a beast from a deck and summon it, mana turns 10, also summon a copy of it. So Renatal and Faithful Companions are really the cards that are carrying this deck at the moment. There was also a revert to the Wild Seed package, but the deck didn't actually add more Wild Seed stuff into it. Like sure, there is some Wild Seed stuff in this. There's Spirit Poacher, Wild Spirits, Aralon. You do use them, but you don't really focus mainly on those. Wild Seeds, as dominant as they were, nowadays they're just like, okay, they're good still, but no longer overpowered. The deck also makes use of one of the new Warcraft Rumble cards in Nomelia Safe Pilot. I have enjoyed playing with Nomelia a lot. Nomelia is a fun card. Rushes in, deals AoE damage. Just what is there not to like? But yeah, we have went back in time a little bit thanks to the reverts. And currently the best deck that you can play on the ladder until the new expansion arrives is right here. It's Highlander Hunter. And on Tuesday next week, new expansion is going to arrive, and then we're going to start playing with some new stuff. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.